Well, who would have thought we would be where we are today? Personally, I live in Louisiana and things are pretty crazy here right now. And I've been in quarantine for at least a week now. And as of right now, we are continuing quarantine until April 30th. So I just wanted to make a video to basically say that I hope everybody's being safe. I hope everybody is staying inside, taking care of themselves, taking care of their loved ones, and continuing to take measures to prevent any further issues with this disease, because frankly, it's pretty scary. I have been doing a good bit of reading, and I've been in college for the past 2 years now, and working. So my book intake had kind of slipped. I haven't read much. I've read a couple of things. I've worked a little bit on my writing, but honestly, these past 2 weeks have been really good for me in getting back into reading and getting back into writing, and I've honestly got a really good start, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I've read so far and what I'm going to be reading for the rest of this quarantine. It's a little ambitious, but I'm hoping for the best, I guess. And so with that, I'm going to show you my first book, which actually, this book was for school, not my school, but somebody else asked me to read it for them and to help them write a paper. So I read This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and honestly, I've always been the kind of person that loves books for school anyway, but this book was just, it was so good. And okay, the first part of the book was very hard to get through for me, but once it got going, I couldn't put it down, and I actually really loved it. And the next book I read was part of my Book of the Month Club, and it's Topics of Conversations by Miranda Popke. This book was crazy, like absolutely crazy. I'm not really sure what I was expecting from this book, but it certainly was not what I got, because this book, I read it in one night. As soon as I finished This Side of Paradise, I picked up this book and read it completely through, and it was good, but it shocked me to my core. It was crazy. And last but not least, I read Jodi Picoult. I read Jodi Picoult, A Spark of Light. And I honestly picked up this book like a really long time ago, but at the time, I was dealing with some stuff, and I just thought that it would be too heavy of a read. And so I just wound up not reading it, and it's been on my shelf for forever, and I finally got around to reading it. And of course, as Jodi Picoult always is, it was a great book, great writing. It's not one of my favorites of hers, honestly. I think it's very well done, but it's not as well done as some of her others. But all in all, this is a very good read, and I 100% would recommend you to read it, if for nothing else than the content, like the lesson that's behind this. It's about an abortion center, and honestly, the lessons that can come from this are ridiculous, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it, or any Jodi Picoult book ever. She's great. She's amazing. I love her. She's honestly one of my favorite authors, and I don't know what I would do without her books. Now, the book that I'm currently reading is The Two Lives of Lydia Bird by Josie Silver. I don't know, it could be Josie or Josie Silver. I'm not really sure how you say her name, and I hope I'm not butchering it too bad. But I just started this one last night, and so far so good. It's a really, I don't want to say it's a light read, because, not spoiler alert, one of the guy dies, and it's on the cover. I'm not spoiling anything for you. But from what I've gathered so far, I think it's gonna be kind of like one of those fun romantic books that it's just easy to read, and I guess just one of those experiences where it's like puts you in a happy mindset. And that's so far what I've gotten from this book, and I'm excited to continue it. It's another book of the month book. It's another book of the month book, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope to finish it pretty soon. So okay, now we're gonna get into the books that I'm hoping to read for future unknown amount of time. For sure, we will be in quarantine until at least April 30th, which is almost over a month. Over a month from now for us in Louisiana, and so I've got plenty of time to get some reading done. So the first book that I'm gonna start on is gonna be The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abi Dare. I'm so sorry if I butchered that, but I'm from Louisiana, and we have one of the poorest education systems in the... No. The Girl with the Louding Voice is the first book that I'm going to be reading after The Two Lives of Lydia Bird, because it just looks like a really good read. It's supposed to be super informative, I guess, in a way. Like, it's fiction. You know how when you read fiction, but sometimes it can feel like non-fiction, but in the best fiction-related way? That's exactly what I think this is going to be look like, and I'm just in love with the cover art, if nothing else. So that's The Girl with the Louding Voice, and I'm super excited for it. Next is going to be Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. I know I'm kind of late to it on this, but I'm really excited for this one. Mainly because I saw this thing on Pinterest that was just like going on and on and on and on and on about how good of a book this was. It's like a nice thickness. I know it's kind of like short, but I'm excited to have like some longer reads to kind of like fill up some time, because I read really fast. And I'm pretty sure, I guess it's Hulu that's been putting out a show on it now, and I want to be able to watch that, but I want to be able to read the book first. So picked up Good Omens, and hopefully I'll get it read before quarantine's over. My next book is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. It's the first book of the Dark Artifices series, and I've read the Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices series. They're on my shelf up here, and I really love them. And then I kind of just like quit reading her because she puts out so many books, honestly, and I don't know how she does it, but she's a really good writer, and I'm really hoping to get back into some of her series. I know I missed a couple, and then I'm kind of late to the game on this one, but I'm excited to start reading again. And yeah, I'm excited to pick up this series because I know she just started a new one, and I didn't want to buy that one and start on that without getting into her other ones that I haven't caught up on. So there we go. Now, this one is A Woman Is No Man, and as you can see, the dogs got a hold of this one, which was very fun, by Etaf Rom. It's from two different perspectives, I'm pretty sure, and it's basically just about like being forced into marriages and just being a woman and feeling like you don't have a choice, and how people think that you need to live a certain life when that may not be the life that you want to live. Can I talk? No. Now, this one, I haven't really even read the back cover, but this is Pachinko by Min Jin Lee, and it honestly, it looks really good. It's a New York Times bestseller, and I'm really excited to read this. And I really like to dive into books that I'm excited about without reading the cover. or without reading the summary or anything. And I know that's kind of weird, but for me, it's so much easier to like dive into a book not knowing anything, and it's really exciting, and I can't wait to start this one. And yeah, that's another one down. I'm just gonna go through these next couple really quickly because I know that this one is a book of the month one, and I've had it for forever and I just haven't read it yet, and so I'm sure a lot of y'all have read it already. But it's called All the Ugly and Wonderful Things, and this is another one that I haven't really read the summary for, so I'm hoping to just dive into it and knock it out. And then I've never read Isabel Allende, and for someone who is so obsessed with Jane the Virgin and like magical realism in general, I'm genuinely mad at myself that I have never read Isabel Allende. So I picked up A Long Petal of the Sea, and the cover is honestly so beautiful. It's got like little gold specks in it, and I'm obsessed with the color blue, so of course I had to pick that up, and I'm really excited to read it. Another one that I haven't really read the cover of because mental games or something like that. And then the next one I picked up is The Dutch House by Anne Patchett, and honestly I literally picked this up because the cover is so beautiful, and my mom informed me that she already had the book, but you know what, I need my own copy. So that's pretty much all the books I have, I guess, and if I add more I may make another video later depending on how long this quarantine lasts. I know it's a lot of books, but I've kind of got a lot of time, and I'm hoping to continue to make a couple more videos. I know I haven't made a video in a really long time, but school and everything has just been so crazy, and I need a little bit of a break, and I think I've had that now, and now that I have the time to start this back up again, I'm really excited to get back into this, and I'm gonna start making some different kind of videos as well, so look forward to that, and stay safe you guys, and I'll see you later.